What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today is Wednesday, December the 13th. We got 9 games on today's card. Some very interesting matchups. I like a few of these games, guys. We're going to check each one of them out. We're going to do some analysis, see if we can come up with some winning picks today. So, guys, since we've got a lot of work to do, let's not waste any more time and get right to it. Let's go. All right, up first, we got the Sixers in Detroit taking on the Pistons. The Sixers, they're 15-7 on the year, 6-4 on the road, 3-game winning streak for Philly. Big 45-point beatdown of the Washington Wizards in their last home game. Tonight on the road, where they are pretty good, guys, 6-4, pretty good road record for Philly. On the injury report, nothing to report for Philly. Everyone should be available. The Pistons, guys, the losing streak is currently at 20. They're 2-21 on the year. 8-point loss at home in their last one against the Indiana Pacers. At the end of that game, guys, Monty Williams, the head coach of Detroit, was talking about how he thinks he found something with the spacing on the offensive end where the team could start scoring a few more points. And it looked like it worked pretty well against the Pacers. They did put up 123. Usually they don't put up a lot of points. They average just 108 points a game. So, guys, those of you that follow my videos, I gave Detroit a 2-game win on the last two. I did play them on the money line. They still have not won, guys. 20-game losing streak. I'm done betting on their games as far as the side goes, especially betting on them. What I'm going to do here, guys, I'm going to take a play on the total here. I'm going to put the over 233.5, and I put 2 stars behind this. Let's trust Monty Williams. I think maybe he did find something, guys. The team did put up quite a few points. Philly can put the ball in the basket. And even in their last road game, Philly, guys, against the Wizards, another high-scoring affair, 131-126. Last night they put up 146. They should help for the total tally here. Let's get over 233.5, my play in this game. Up next, we got the Pelicans in Washington, D.C. taking on the Wizards. The Pelicans, 13-11 on the year, 3 wins in their last 5 games. Really nice home win against the Minnesota Timberwolves in their last one. Zion was a monster in that game, put up 36. Tonight, he's listed as questionable with an ankle sprain. I don't know if it's an ankle sprain, guys. I didn't see him tweak his ankle or get injured in any way. In another site, it says an undisclosed injury. And at the end of the game, he was fielding some questions from the reporters about his whole weight thing that's in the news. Didn't look very happy. I don't know if it has something to do with that situation, but as of now, he is listed as questionable. I'm guessing he probably does not play. I think this number is at 7.5. I think it is pricing in a possible absence for Zion. Now, the Washington Wizards, guys, 3-19 on the year, 5-game losing streak. The team is playing at a G League level. Got dismantled in their last 2 against Brooklyn and Philly. Even though in their previous home games, guys, against the Sixers and Orlando, they were competitive. Only lost to the Sixers by 5. Also lost to the Magic by 5. So they have been playing pretty decent at home in the last few games. Now in this game, guys, I can only go one way here. Zion in or out. I'm still going to take the Pelicans here. For the video's sake, I'm putting it at -7.5. I'm guessing if Zion gets ruled out, this will probably drop a little more. Maybe we could get a 6.5. I'm going to put 2 stars behind this play. New Orleans -7.5. Up next, we got the Charlotte Hornets in Miami taking on the Heat. The Charlotte Hornets, they are 7-14 on the year. 2 wins in their last 5 games. In their last one against Miami, tonight's opponent in Charlotte, it's going to be the second game of a little home-and-home series between these 2 teams. Charlotte only dropped that game by 2. But really, we're not that competitive as the final score actually indicates. Miami was manhandling them throughout the whole game, but very dominant. Just at the end, Charlotte put together a flurry of baskets, made the game competitive. The game was actually not as close as this 2-point score indicates. Hornets still without LaMelo Ball. Mark Williams listed as doubtful. The Miami Heat, they are 13-10 on the year, 3 wins in their last 5. Like I said, last game against Charlotte, a 2-point win. Played pretty well overall, guys. This 2-point difference, like I said, wasn't really indicative of how well Miami did play in that game. Now, we see an 8-point line here. That is inviting points for the Charlotte Hornets here, guys. I had it by 6.5. I'm going to take Miami here, even though I hate betting on any Miami Heat games, whether for them or against them. But if I had to pick a side here, I'd probably go with Miami. I'm just going to put 1 star on this play. Chances are, guys, I'm not going to be betting on this. It does look like a game that can kind of go either way. I think it'll probably finish around that number. But if I had to pick a side, I'd probably go with Miami and the -8. Up next, Atlanta in Toronto taking on the Raptors. The Atlanta Hawks, 9-13 on the year, 4-game losing streak. The team not playing well on a downtrend. DeAndre Hunter missed the last game against the Denver Nuggets at home, listed as questionable for tonight. An important player for Atlanta. We've got to check his status. The Raptors, they are 9-14 on the year, also on a 4-game losing streak, on a downtrend as well. No major injuries for them. Chris Boucher is listed as questionable, a rotation player. I don't think will affect the Raptors overall. Now, guys, Toronto favored by 1.5. I had them favored by 3.5. Toronto usually a pretty good home team, 6-6 so far on the year. Atlanta's also 6-6 on the road, playing better on the road than they are at home. I'm going to take the Hawks here with the plus 1.5. I'm actually going to throw 4 stars on this, guys. I think the line is low for a Toronto home game. Usually Toronto, like I said, does play well. This line is 2 points shorter than my estimate. I'm going to take one more shot with the Hawks here with the plus 1.5. This could possibly be my play of the day. I think they will snap out of it, get the job done here in Toronto. Up next, we got the Memphis Grizzlies in Houston taking on the Rockets. The Grizzlies 6-16 on the year. Just 2 wins in their last 5 games and on a 2-game losing streak. Those 2 games did come at home to the Timberwolves and the Mavs. On the road, guys, they're actually 5-6, better than their 1-10 home record. Memphis playing better on the road than they are at home, but overall, guys, 10 games below 500, 6-16. The Houston Rockets, on the other hand, 10-1 at home, 11-9 overall, 3-game winning streak. Ever since Ime Udoka had that confrontation with LeBron where he called him a bitch, everything seems to have turned around for Memphis, for Houston, playing very well, 3-game winning streak, and beat some pretty good competition along the way, guys. They beat the Thunder and the Nuggets. The Thunder at home, the Nuggets on the road. They were the Nuggets' first home loss of the year, then followed that up with an 11-point win against the Spurs in their last game at home. 10-game winning streak actually at home. Now in this game, guys, this line is a little short. The 6.5 does make me a little bit nervous, to be honest with you. I don't expect Houston to lose this game. I'm going to take them here on the money line. I'm going to put a couple of stars on this. I'm probably going to pair this up with the Pelicans on a small little parlay. I think that's pretty decent. Houston and New Orleans just to win their games. I think that might be a little decent parlay there. The handicap just kind of makes me nervous here, the 6.5 points. Like I said, Memphis better on the road than they are at home. But I think Houston should still get the job done. Let's take them here on the money line and parlay that up with the Pelicans. Up next, we got the Indiana Pacers in Milwaukee taking on the Bucks. The Pacers 13-8 on the year, officially on a 4-game winning streak. The final against the Lakers does not count towards the regular season, so officially they are on a 4-game winning streak. Uptrending, playing very well. The Milwaukee Bucks are 16-7 on the year, very good record overall, but they have not been playing very well, guys. Do look a bit unorganized in their last one against Chicago, a 4-point win. They needed overtime to take care of the Bulls in that game. At the end, I was watching that, guys, and at the end it did look a little strange. They were going to get fouled. Chicago was behind the score by 2-3 points. They were fouling, and the Milwaukee Bucks were giving the ball to Giannis. He was driving down the lane getting fouled. Instead of giving the ball to Dame Lillard, where he's like a 90% free throw shooter, they gave him the ball to Giannis. He was missing a couple of free throws at the end, made the game a lot closer than it should have been. Just very strange, the whole situation over there in Milwaukee. It does look like the coach has kind of lost control of the whole situation. We got to see how this is going to play out. Even though it hasn't been reflected on their overall record, 16-7. I know against the spread, they're not doing well. They're probably one of the worst teams in the league, if not the worst. And over here we see 6.5 points against the Pacers. This is a revenge spot. The Bucks did get eliminated by the Pacers in the in-season tournament. Of course, they're going to want this win. But I don't know if they're going to be able to cover this spread, guys. I'm going to take the Pacers here with the plus 6.5. I'm going to throw 2 stars on this. I think Indiana could keep it within this number. Up next, we got the Lakers in San Antonio taking on the Spurs. The Lakers 14-10 on the year, 4 wins in their last 5 games. They were in action last night in Dallas, 2-point loss for the Lakers. Anthony Davis, LeBron James put up some huge numbers for the Lakers tonight, both listed as questionable. Anthony Davis was actually limping around the court with his officially it says a hip spasm. He is having some issues with his hip. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets held out. Him and or LeBron. This number, guys, 2.5 points, 3 points lower than my estimate against the San Antonio team that is 3-19 on the year on a 17-game losing streak. The number is low, and I think it's low for a reason. We're going to have some players out in this game. Second night of a back-to-back also for the Lakers. Now, Spurs at full strength. I think, guys, they can take advantage of this situation. This number is low. I think even if those players don't play for the Lakers will still get some love in this game. Let's take the Spurs here. I'm going to take them with the plus 2.5. Risky, I know. Just 2 stars on this. Let's see if San Antonio can capitalize on the tired legs of the Lakers and possible absentees, Anthony Davis and or LeBron. Take the Spurs here with a +2.5. Up next, we got the Brooklyn Nets in Phoenix taking on the Suns. The Nets 12-10 on the year, 3 wins in their last 5 games. Still on an uptrend, even though their last one against Sacramento, first game of their road trip, 13-point loss for Brooklyn. On the injury report, everyone should be available for the Nets, everyone that did play against the Kings. The Phoenix Suns, they are 13-10 on the year, just 2 wins in their last 5. Second night of back-to-back for Phoenix. They got a 3-point win against the Golden State Warriors yesterday. Bradley Beal came back, had a pretty good game for them. He only played 27 minutes. They're going to try to ease him back into things. Tonight, he's not on the injury report, guys, even though I wouldn't be surprised if they held him out just for precautionary reasons. He's not on the injury report as of now. Kevin Durant, listed as questionable yesterday, got held out. Listed as questionable again today. This line, guys, 2.5 points, shorter than my 4-point estimate. If I had to guess, I would guess that Kevin Durant might come back tonight. If he does, guys, this line obviously is going to go up to my line estimate, maybe even a little higher. I'm actually going to take this play early. I'm going to take Phoenix here on the money line. I'm going to pay that little extra juice, just a straight up win. I think this game is going to be close. It'll probably go down to the wire. I think Phoenix is going to edge things out, though. I think Brooklyn, guys, matches up well with this Phoenix. It's probably going to be a little more competitive than most people believe. But I think Phoenix will win this game. I'm going to take him here on the money line. I'm just going to put 2 stars on it, though. We still got to see if Kevin Durant's going to play or not, and if Bradley Beal is going to be held out on a back-to-back, or if he's going to play as well. But I think Phoenix will win this game. I'm going to take him here on the money line. Up next, we got the Knicks in Utah taking on the Jazz. The New York Knicks, they are 13-9 on the year, 3 wins in their last 5 games. Actually snapped out of a 2-game losing streak with a 6-point win at home against the Raptors. Their first game without Mitchell Robinson, starting center, he's going to be out for a while. Emmanuel quickly also missed out on that game. He's listed as questionable for tonight. Got to check his status. The 6th man for the Knicks, a very important player. The Utah Jazz, they are 7-16 on the year. 3-game losing streak, just 1 win in their last 5. 6-5 at home, actually. 1 game above 500 for a 7-16 overall record. That's not too bad. They have had some pretty significant injuries as of late, but as I see here, we have some news. Larry Markkinen got upgraded to questionable. That's a pretty good sign for him. He's been out for a while. The team's best player. Missed last few games, listed as questionable for the first time in a while. John Collins also listed as questionable. Walker Kessler also questionable. Very important players, guys. Obviously, this is a good sign for Markkinen being upgraded. I think the chances are that he does come back and play. Even if he does come back, guys, I still like the Knicks. Even though Utah, like I said, 6-5 at home, very respectable. Knicks also a very good road team traditionally. Play well on the road. I like them here as well. I'm going to take them for the video's sake. I'm going to put it at -6.5. Even though I am going to wait, guys, closer towards tip-off. If Markkinen gets ruled in, this line is going to drop at least a couple of points. We'll probably get the Knicks at a -4, -4.5 possibly. But I like New York in this spot. -6.5. 2 stars. For those of you guys that just want to play, you could take it also just on the money line. Could parlay that up with one of the other plays that we talked about earlier. I really like the Knicks to win this game. Just got to look at the final number. The only question mark here so far. Knicks -6.5. And this is what I got for you guys today on this Wednesday, December the 13th. 9-game schedule. We broke each one of the games down, did our analysis, got our picks, and we are ready to go. Out of these 9 games, the Atlanta Hawks are probably going to be my best bet of the day. I will post that, though, about an hour before tip-off. Lots of question marks around the majority of these games on the injury report. A lot of important players. We don't know their status quite yet. I will update this along with my best bet of the day about an hour before tip-off. We should have a lot more information by then. And with that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap up the video right here. I'm going to wish you all good luck on your plays, and I will see you again tomorrow. Have a good one, guys. Later.